welcome back to Gifted Guitars. Today we are doing my guitar Christmas haul. This is not a typical video for this channel. I'm trying out something a little different. We are going to go through some of the gifts that I got from family members and friends this year for Christmas, all having to do with guitar stuff. I don't know that a lot of my family members even knew what they were getting me. They asked for a Christmas wish list. I sent one over, wasn't expecting much. I even wrote in it like, I'm very happy, don't need anything. Just a text from you would be great. But quite a few people ended up getting me some gifts I'm very excited about. And so I wanted to share them with you today, including two brand new guitars. I'm gonna go through, explain why these guitars are so awesome, why I'm so excited to get to play them. Also some other really cool guitar things. Even if you're not into guitar, I think that you'll enjoy a lot of the stuff that I'm showing you here today. So let's start looking at some gifts. I'm starting this haul off with the biggest gift that I got this year. It is this Gibson Les Paul guitar in Iced Tea Burst. Look at how beautiful it is. This is called a Les Paul Tribute. It is made in the USA. It smells wonderful. Guitar. I was not expecting to get such a fancy guitar for Christmas, and it sounds great. It is so fun to play. The neck feels different than any other guitar that I've played. I love this guitar. My wife Jessica got me this. It's got aged tuners on the back, the trapezoid inlays. This guitar, I actually threw it onto my wish list because I really wanted it, but I would never get this guitar for myself because it's such a treat. And I did not expect anyone to get it. It was sort of the sort of like way out there wish list item. And so when I opened this up, I was completely blown away. And I still am. Every time I come in here, I see it, I pick it up, I play it. I just can't believe that I have this guitar. It's very, very cool, very exciting. The next present is from my sister Rachel. I, again, can't believe that she got me this guitar. It matches the same style as the guitar that I built for her. I built her an SG shaped guitar in purple, and she got me this one in green. It has a really natural sort of finish to it. It's not glossy at all. And it feels really nice to play because of that. It feels good. The body feels good when you're playing it, and also the neck feels really nice. It's easy to get around the neck. It also has a different neck profile than anything I've ever played. It's a lot flatter here, but still pretty wide here. It's super fun to play. This is a classic SG from the new line of Epiphone. They recently changed their headstock. So typically an Epiphone had these kind of cutouts here, and I like this headstock a lot better. I think it's really, really cool. And I'll go through some of the differences between this guitar and that guitar. All the guitars I own have a completely different sound and feel to them, have different features that make them unique. And this is a great addition to the guitars that I have. And I love that when I see it, it reminds me of Rachel's guitar, the guitar that I built for her, just because it's the same shape, and it's the only not burst electric guitar that I have. You can see all the other ones have this painted from the inside out. It's called a burst style of painting, and this one is it's green. It's different. And I like that. I kind of wanted to do a side-by-side comparison on these guitars because they kind of come from the same company and they have sort of a related history to themselves. So this one is a Gibson. This one is an Epiphone. Epiphone was a company building guitars, and Gibson ended up buying the company a long time ago. So now a lot of the guitars that are in the Gibson line are also made by Epiphone. They're usually made somewhere in Asia, the Epiphones, whereas the Gibsons are all made in the USA. Little history lesson for anybody that cares. If not, you can skip to this time code. I won't be offended, but you might be interested. The Les Paul is one of the first solid body guitars. A lot of guitars had chambers in them to kind of resonate the sound, but this guy named Les Paul had this idea. He was a guitar player, a really great guitar player, had this idea to make a solid body guitar, and Gibson ended up making one and making it his signature model with the name Les Paul. It wasn't super popular, which is odd because now this is one of the most popular guitars that there is. Like, you see this and you know exactly, oh, that's an electric guitar. Since it wasn't popular, they ended up making the SG, which at first they called the Les Paul. It was the new version of this. This is the new version of this. Eventually, they changed the name. It is the SG shape. This is also an iconic guitar shape. It is a little bit thinner. As you can see, the body shape here. The body is a little thinner on this, a little lighter weight. Some major differences between these two guitars is this one has binding on the fretboard. So you can see that white stripe that's on the sides there. That's binding. It makes it a kind of a little more comfortable. It's a stylistic thing. This does not have any binding on it. They do make Les Pauls with binding. This particular model does not have it. This has humbucker pickups. It's a few days later and I have a haircut. I'm gonna be jumping back and forth between having this hair and having the hair I had before. Very exciting. Don't let that alarm you. Also, if you want to compliment my hair in the comments, please address it to Jessica, my wife, because she's the one that cut my hair. All right, back to the guitars. In order to understand what makes these pickups special, I'm gonna show you one of my other guitars. This is my Stratocaster, and it has 3 pickups, but all 3 pickups are single coil pickups, which means if I turn up the volume on this, you hear that? That's called the 60 cycle hum. The guitar sounds great, but when I'm not playing, you're gonna hear that humming sound. On the other hand, we have this guitar, which is currently plugged in and volume at maximum. You can barely hear anything. Unless you're playing. With this guitar, we are back to single coil pickups, although they are a different style of single coil pickups than the Stratocaster. The P90 pickup, which is what these are, is somewhere in between. So those are the 2 guitars that I was gifted, and I'm extremely grateful. Rachel, thank you so much. Jessica, thank you so much. Amazing guitars. I play both of them all the time, but I also got some really great accessories, and I wanted to show you those right now. For those of you who don't know, I also have a vlogging channel, and on that we kind of documented our whole time during Christmas, and one of the things that we always do every year is advent calendars, and my advent calendar this year was filled with guitar picks, which was really fun. And the gift that Jessica's sister and her family got me this year really helped out with the amount of picks that I have accumulated over the years. They got me this. It is a guitar pick collection, like kind of binder thing. So it's a plastic box, and if you open it up, it has these little sleeves, and all the picks that I have can go into here. This whole page here is actually these kind of thicker picks that I got from the advent calendar this year. And these are some of the design picks. This pick's really, really cool. I'll get a close-up of this one. This was another gift that was sent to me to our P.O. box, and it is a pick that is actually made with I think that's a real flower and real like leaf inside the pick, like embedded in the pick. I thought that was super cool. I also collect picks from other places, so I got some of these picks when I was in London. This one's from Maui. Somebody sent me this pick here from Australia. And then I also have made picks out of different cards. This is a hotel key card. These are passes into some of the Disney parks. These are from Playlist Live and VidCon. This is a London pass. So I have a pick press, and this is a really cool way to get souvenirs because I have hotel key cards anyway, and these take up less space than those. So when I come home, I'll just punch out some of these designs and stick them in here. This was not on any Christmas list of mine. I didn't even know something like this existed. Super thoughtful gift. So I want to say thank you to Sarah, Adon, Layla, and Brooklyn. Thank you guys so much for this. Super, super cool. This is a Joyo Petal. I believe it is considered a preamp. A tube preamp. I really like it. I was playing around with this pedal. I found a tone that I really like. I run it through my tube screamer and then through this vintage overdrive pedal into this guy and then into my amp. And it just has this kind of really cool, clear tone to it. I'll show you. the pedal on, it's gonna get a little more clarity, like a little brighter. It just gives it that extra little bite, that extra little push that I really like. So thanks, Mom and Dad. I also got this little guy here. This is called a helping hands. This isn't a guitar specific tool, but it is a tool used for soldering. And I do a lot of soldering when I'm building the guitars. So you'll probably see this in upcoming episodes. I used to use this guy. For some reason, like I would put these where they belonged and then they'd kind of move a little bit. So I'd like have to try and adjust them a bunch. These use a different kind of joint. I've used this in the past. I had one of these in high school. I used it a lot to make armature wire for stop motion animation. Here's another effects pedal that I got. It kind of looks like an old school game controller, which is pretty cool. It's a multi-pad 100, which has, it's like a multi-effects pad. I think one of the coolest things on here is that it has a drum synthesizer built in. So I can select a drum beat and then play along with a drum beat, which is something that I feel like I need to get better at because I don't ever do it. And it'll help me keep time and help me whenever someone comes over and wants to use the drum kit that I have behind me here, I will be able to play along with them, which is good. It's good to be able to play well with others. And little bonus, this one comes with a belt clip. So you can clip this to your belt. I don't think I'll ever clip it to my belt, but it's good to know that I have the option. Okay, that was my 2020 Christmas guitar haul. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you did, I see you. Thank you. Like I said at the top of this video, this is not my typical content. Typically, I'm building a guitar and giving it away, but if you like this kind of stuff, please let me know in the comment section down below, or if you have an idea for another kind of video, if you have questions about the studio that I work in here, which is actually my garage, maybe I could make a video on that. I have other guitars. I could talk about those if you're interested in it. I'm just not sure. What are you interested in? At any rate, I am really excited about the guitar that I'm currently working on, and I'm going to start posting videos on that guitar very soon. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Write something nice in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time.